Hey guys, today we're unboxing another Lenovo LOQ. This Lenovo has got a 13th gen processor and a 4050 graphics card in it. Let's quickly see what the specs is. Maybe we can see it on the side. Alright, yes, this is the i7 1365HX. It's got a 16 gig RAM, 1 terabyte storage. It's got an NVMe in there. The GPU is the RTX 4050 and it's a 15.6 inch display. This also comes with Windows 11 Home. So let's get this out of the box and just see how the performance is and what you get. The laptop again is packaged in real sturdy foam. This kind of foam is a very high density foam. In the box you get this Clover power supply cord and you get the Lenovo brick. This is a Lenovo rectangular charging plug. It's got a bit of a Velcro here and also cable management, like a little clip for the cable. It says on the power supply it is a 170 watt power supply. We look at the back. This Lenovo is a 20 volt 8.5 amp 170 watt power supply. It's not that heavy power supply, so you'll easily carry this with you in your bag, and it seems like you can just wrap the cable all around this. It's designed like that to be able to just keep your cable nice and tidy. Let's pull this out of the box. Alright, that's everything out of the box. The laptop is truly packaged very securely in here. This one says it's the LOQ 15IRX9. Okay, and that is the Lenovo LOQ IRX9, and it is a matte silver finish that's on the laptop. Over here you've got the nice LOQ branding. It's a silver or chrome finish there, mirror finish. And on this side the Lenovo branding. Let's start from this side. You will see there's no connectors at all on the left side of the laptop, but on the right side where your mouse will be, you've got a Type-C connector, a camera mute or power button so you can turn on and off your camera device over here, headset port for your mic and earphones, and a USB 3 port. Also, if you just look at the bottom here, there's a little reset hole, so you can put in a little pin there and reset your laptop, or just disconnect the power from the battery quickly. While we're at the bottom, we've got a very nice honeycomb or stretched honeycomb effect here, where you draw in air from these two holes and maybe a little bit over here, but I think it will draw in air here and push it out here. The air actually pushes out from the back, so those big radiators there will be where your air will be pushing out from. Again, at the bottom, just this nice long rubber foot, or in the front there's also two of them, very long rubber feet, and that will easily stand on like any kind of a cooling pad or a stand, which is a good idea for these kind of laptops, and just elevate it a bit also for your neck. You'll see it's very easy to open this up. It's just got a few screws all around the laptop and this cover will pop off. We'll have a look at that now. At the back of the laptop there is a USB 3, a HDMI port, another nice network port that you've got there, USB 3 again, and your charging port. The laptop's hinges is at the top of the laptop and not at the back, so when the laptop screen is open, this hot air won't blow on your precious 140 screen, so the LEDs will last a bit longer. Over here you can see that the power plug has got a little sign, and each one of these has got its own little logo that shows you where to plug in, so that you don't have to look behind. You can just see what the logo is and plug it in there, or wherever you want, or whatever you need to plug in, like the network. You don't need to search for it. You can just check this little picture. At the front of the laptop, you've got this nice catch here, which you can easily lift up the display. If you put the laptop down and you pull up the display, this is the first time I'm going to open it, and it just opens up with one hand, so no problem there. Okay, so over here they just show you a bit on this nice soft cloth you get. Use this because your screen will get scratches from the keyboards. All screens does, but so if you use this, it'll just prevent the dust from scratching it. They just give you a bit of function keys and just a little bit of tips on this cloth, like the function key in Q switches your power modes, I think, and the function key in R switches the refresh rate of the screen if you want to save a bit of power. And then also the keyboard, the power button will also indicate your power mode or your performance mode. Blue is quiet mode, white is balanced, red is performance, and purple is a custom mode, whatever you want the laptop to do then. When I bring the screen closer, you can see that it's a matte screen. You can't even see the reflections of my hand and stuff that easily. So it does work very nice in a well-lit area, or stuff that moves behind you, you won't see them. Over there you've got the camera light, and the microphones that's on the side. There you've got the LOQ branding again, and the Lenovo branding on that little patch. This has got a full layout keyboard with numlock on the side. It's got lights for the numlock, it's got a light for the caps lock, the function button, the function lock. So it gives you nice feedback, and you'll definitely know what's going on, what's active and what's not on this laptop, because it just gives you feedback on each button. It's got a nice big touchpad, quite large, does feel very high quality. The keyboard also it's a nice feedback that you get from this keyboard. It's not a very loud keyboard. It doesn't feel plastic. It's very, very solid. So let's get this laptop opened up and we'll see what's going on inside. Alright, so I've opened up I removed the screws from this. I've just opened up one of these a week ago, and it's a previous version or previous gen. And on that one you still had to remove this little cover before you could get the back plate off. Now this is just a one piece, so that's a bit better. I do like the design, and this is also a extremely sturdy piece of plastic. There you can see it's got a cooling gel or pad for the NVMe on that side, and on this side also. So let's have a look inside the machine. Over here is that little speakers. Let me bring it a bit closer. So we've got those little speaker boxes on the side. This machine can definitely fit a much larger battery. I don't know if there's an upgrade for this, but it seems like this is a 2-cell, and it looks like you can get a 3-cell if I'm not mistaken, because what's this open gap for? Over here you've got your RAM underneath the shield. That is your little M.2 NVMe that comes with the laptop. And on this side you do have another space where you can install another one just for extra storage. There's your little Wi-Fi 6 network card, and the Intel, I think the Intel processor and graphics is maybe underneath this heatsink, and there's the NVIDIA graphics. So you've got your nice large cooling system over here. Very, very nice design. Okay, the RAM shield, if you lift that up or unhook it, it's also got a few heat pads over there, which keeps the RAM also nice and cool. Over here you can see you can add another DDR5 chip to this laptop. It can go up to, I think, 128 gigs of RAM. Let me just take this out. Got Ramaxel RAM installed. That is also from factory. Just make sure when you reinstall the RAM that all these little clips is nicely fit it back to the shield. At the back, you can see all the ports that is there, and the whole design of the machine is really sturdy. The hinges, everything is screwed into some kind of a metal layer. So there will be a metal plate and a plastic screw, or I mean a plastic layer and a metal layer over that, and everything is just screwed and built to a nice, good standard, high quality standard. Now that's the inside of the Lenovo LOQ. Let's have a look at how it performs. Right, when you power up the laptop, you plug it in, it just shows you the light over there. Turns orange when it's charging. I think it will turn light blue or white when it's fully charged. Let's quickly turn on the laptop. So this is a first startup. I'm gonna just dim the lights or turn it off just to see the keyboard and screen effects and whatever. So let's see how that looks. Power button lights up white. Get your Lenovo banner over there. We'll just quickly skip past the initial startup. Let's quickly have a look at the RGB keyboard. When you press function key and the spacebar turns on.
Your device using a screen reader.
Okay, and the speakers are working. So you can see that this keyboard is at the moment in some kind of a rainbow mode. And each button has got its own color. And we can easily change that to some static colors like green. This is like a breathing green color. There's orange, red, green, breathing, just blue. So each one of the buttons are nicely lit, and you can see the function and the description or whatever the button is about. You can clearly see with this backlit, and that is without. Another thing from the LOQs that I normally show is that the screen can open up almost 180 degrees. Well, that is 180, as close as you will get to that, and that's just a nice feature to have. Your screen doesn't stop at a certain point; it just goes flat. So here you can see the num lock. So if you press the num lock, the light will turn on or off, and you can know if the caps lock is on. Typing those passwords with the caps locks. So let's quickly get this machine logged in. We'll have a listen to the audio and just quickly check out that display. This is a 1080 display also, full HD. Right, I don't think this will be visible on the camera, but let's have a look. If I move around this little window in 60 frames per second, I'm just going to switch the laptop to 144, so that's with function and R, and you'll see it switches to 144. That is a much smoother or quicker response. It's a nice quick function button just to change between 60 and 144 Hertz, and that'll save a lot of battery power. Alright, let's quickly have a listen to the audio. I'm just going to start it from 50%. It's not a lot of sound, but it's a good quality sound. It's got these little speaker holes at the bottom. But if you put it at 100%, you can at least hear quite nicely. Yeah, I think that's a decent volume for a laptop. In any case, you'll have to be alone in a room if you want to use it that loud. Alright, let's quickly have a look at the processor. So it's got as I said, a 13th gen i7 processor in there, the 13650. It is a 14 core, 20 thread processor. Memory wise, it's got 16 gig in here. We'll upgrade that a bit later. Disk, this laptop comes with a Micron disk, 1 terabyte inside. from Lenovo themselves. It's got Wi-Fi 6, the Realtek Wi-Fi 6 card in there. It's got a Intel GPU obviously, and then the GeForce RTX 4050. Just quickly back at the memory, it's running at 4800 megahertz. The CPU at the moment, it is just idling, but it boosts up to 3 or 4000 gigahertz, or I mean 3 or 4 gigahertz easily. I'll just put it in performance mode, and that is with the function key and Q. You see the button turned red. Now it is in performance mode. The fans will spin up a little bit more. I'll quickly go a bit closer to the fans, and you can hear it does have a bit of fan noise, but not too bad. I see in the Lenovo Vantage software that the processor can actually boost to 4.9 gigahertz. So yeah, that is quite nice. Hopefully it can stay cool enough. It's got decent cooling at least, as we saw. And yeah, that is the Lenovo LOQ, the 15-inch unboxed, the 13th generation of the processor. But very nice and sturdy laptop, excellent for gaming and for work and for whatever you want to do with this. So, thanks for watching.